We managed to get.
All right, so we are live, everybody. So everybody say hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
So since we're doing a recap anyways, it's the perfect time to jump on in. I did.
Gimbal was very impressive last week.
I somehow managed to come from the throes of death and squeak back together.
All right, so we have sound, so we're ready to rock and roll. Go ahead and carry on from when I really interrupted you.
So we were fighting. If you remember, we were fighting the Naga and the little snakes, the metal cobra snakes. And the Naga had taken control of Tusk, and
Yep.
he hit me and nearly killed me. Yes, very nearly killed me.
That sounds like
and I forgot that I have a reaction to use shield, which I totally forgot about as well. But anyway, I don't know if it would have made a difference. But anyway, the we ultimately defeated the Naga. We were able to smack Tusk back out of his stupor. I don't know if it was Fit or Crack that did that. I think it was Crack, wasn't it? That smacked him. Was able to smack him out of back out of. So anyway, he hit him like 4 times, and it was the last hit that actually got through all the defenses.
Yep.
to hit him enough that he could wake up.
Stop being so strong.
So
never.
Then he kind of came out of it, and then he did his normal insane damage, and then Kithri did some pretty intense damage with sneak attacks, and then Genesis was trying to cast a couple of really powerful spells, but that Naga had a roll of 24s and 25s to all the saves in a row. So she finally just gave up and started shooting a freaking crossbow. Did more damage that way. So, but anyway, ultimately we did defeat the Naga. We got the treasure from the chest, which was a couple of things that I don't remember.
Gold and some items that we divvied up.
Right. I don't remember. Oh, there was one item that I think somebody could use, but it was really cool, but I don't remember what it was. Anyway.
It was something that was for a sorcerer.
It was
I think we gave
the elemental stone, right? The electric one.
Yeah, it was like a shard or something like that.
Right.
We also got like a figurine of wondrous power that was a silver raven, which I took, but actually was going to ask you if you were interested in having. Jen. Well, we can go over that in a minute. Then I think we got maybe a lot of gold and like maybe one other thing, but someone else took it.
So we've got the chest. They've satisfied Kithri's desperate need to get out of that room completely looted. And then we exited the area and went the one area that we didn't go before, which was to the west or east rather of
east, yeah.
the arena thing, and we passed through what was an illusion of a
rubble.
Right. And then came into a huge cavern where armies of mercenaries were camped all over the cavern for as far as the eye could see. Underground still, but just massive cavern. Big fires all over the place. People kind of doing their thing. And then Gimbal and Tusk kind of performed a little bit of a thing. Tusk had the body of the general slung over his shoulder.
Yeah. And then we also had like the
you said body like he's dead. He's still alive.
No, yeah, he's paralyzed body, correct. So he's just but we basically I made myself look a little different with my disguise ability, and then we used this big some sort of horn thing that boomed the voices, and then I made an insane performance check, so I was able to basically get everybody to believe what was actually the truth anyway, but everybody did believe that we had destroyed everybody of all of their leaders. Anything their chance to get paid was gone because we took out all their leaders, and they questioned and different things that we basically told them little one by one that nope, that guy's gone, that guy's gone. We got a general right here. We killed the dragon, or we defeated the dragon.
We defeated the
and
lieutenants and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
So finally, everybody just basically started packing up and leaving. Like, oh, we're gone. We ain't getting paid. So we dispelled the army, and then we headed back to town and talked to the captain of the guard to give him a report, showed him the maps and all the plans that they had to destroy everything and where the
passed along
locations.
the papers and such. And then we also handed them the general.
And I think that's as much as I remember.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, we still have to report to the city council itself, which should just probably be a little bit more. And then we're kind of free to pursue whatever we want.
And the only thing I really want to do, like I said, just get some supplies, but I want to maybe check in on to see if I've got any money that has come in my absence at either the candle store, or if I have any banks in this area that I had money in, because I got robbed when I was down below.
Oof.
So I have no cash on me to speak of. I can buy like one potion of healing. I need to have a few because I keep getting thrashed.
Any money in the bank? Like,
I don't know. I used to. I mean, but when I left a couple of years ago, we had money in the bank. We had a profitable candle business starting up. We had things going, and then we were going, kind of start looking at the necromancer and do stuff. And then I lost, my ability to use my computer for a year and a half. So, zero internet service in the entire city that I was in. The area where I lived was so annoying.
Oof.
The only internet I could actually use was off of my phone. Doing whatever off my phone.
Mobile hotspot.
Thank you, mobile hotspot. I'm over 50.
I do it all the time because I don't have internet. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand it. It's just frustrating.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah, we were talking about some things we could do, but it does seem like everyone does want to spend at least a little time back in the city to figure out some stuff.
And I would like to get a good night's sleep, seeing as how I am still pretty fatigued, at least. Beat up.
Yeah.
In the last 2 days, I almost died 3 times. I did die once, and I almost died a couple other times.
We could probably do with some selling and buying, or whatever we need while we're here.
Yeah,
because it's been a bit, and we got a lot of stuff. But real quick, Jen, the figuring of wondrous power, the Silver Raven, uncommon magic item that allows you to make the little Silver Raven into an actual Raven for up to 12 hours. Once you can't. It has been used. You can't use it again until 2 days have passed. While in Raven form, you can cast Animal Messenger spell on it at will. Which,
cool.
Yeah. If you would like it, I am fine with giving it to you. I just took it because no one else seemed to be really interested in it.
If you don't have any friends named Will, then it's really doesn't do you a whole lot of good.
Yeah, I do. I mean, at will, it has to be to will. That's cool. I would like it if you would like to give it to me.
Totally all right with that. Here, I'll throw it into the party sheet.
And by the way, Jen, I want you to know that in spite of my deepest desires, I avoided in any way, shape, or form moving your character past the doorway to where that Naga had told you not to go.
Good. She did not want to go in there, so
Correct.
I appreciate that.
No problem.
All right, so it is did take you a little bit of while to figure out where you were when you came out from that cave. To get reoriented and figure out where it spit you back out. You guys had gone down into a well, followed this underground river for a while, and then worked your way through 2 levels of this forgotten dungeon. So when you then found this huge cavern, worked your way through that and out that workway, you had no idea where you were. Um, so it is
Are you
now,
saying that we were confused about our orientation?
yes.
Mhm.
So it is now
Right.
Jen's
traveled
pretty
back,
sure about hers.
got to Nashkel at 7:30 that morning. You've now spent the last hour eating and talking to um, Captain Smilodon.
Mhm.
That sounds like a really friendly version of a dinosaur, doesn't it?
Every single
Smilodon.
time I hear his name, I know he's a weird tiger. But like he does sound like a dinosaur every time.
All right.
He's
So
a cool character, though.
once you guys
Sounds like
had,
something made out of Camp Cretaceous.
before you all had moved across to the restaurant where you are talking now, um, and it had been determined that you all had completed your mission, or at least to some extent. A messenger was sent. So as you're finishing up, another messenger returns saying that the council is ready to meet with you all by the time you get there. So the Captain Smilodon says to meet him outside the main gate of. Let me see. I don't know if I've ever actually determined exactly where the city council meets. There are a couple different choices. Let me look and see if I can knock that down. But the point is, that's where you all are headed. Um,
Alrighty.
I think I'm going to do it here. Let me see what this actually is. So I think, yeah, they're going to have you meet in a theater. You guys have, let's see, it could be, I was thinking either the theater, the arena, or the Overlord Castle, but I think the theater will be the easiest space. Um, so I'm in the process of working on the city of Nashkel. Um, for example, I will show you what they will all look like eventually. Let me see images, because this is where the theater is anyway. And I'll be able to look at this from a player standpoint for the first time ever. See if it worked right.
Hopefully it will.
Mhm.
What? It should have shared to me even though I don't have a character.
Hmm.
Share, share. There it is. Okay, just took a minute. All right, so um, the one thing about these at this point is, at least this one in particular, I don't know if the orientation is correct. I can find out. Going forward, they will all be correct, but let's see. This is. Oh, it is. Awesome. So, yes, up is north. So this is correct. All right, so if you see there are little green pins.
I know from the past that pins are supposed to bring something up, but they are
Oh, I
not
have to
doing
share them.
anything.
Hold on. So as you guys go to these different locations and learn different things, you will have access to what all these things are. Let me see. Click. All right, so now, there you go. So now if you just close what I just sent you, put your cursor over the smithy. Do you guys remember why this is significant?
The well was behind it.
Yes.
Mhm.
Let me go here, see if there's an easier way to do that. I don't think there is. Cool. Anyway, so down the big, long, huge building to the south of that is the theater. Jen has performed in there before with during a couple of the religious ceremonies and also with other entertainers. It seats about 1,500 people. Right now, they have one whole section of it closed, and the council is sitting up on the stage pretty much. It's just easily located. It is in, let me go back to this one. I'm also going to be changing this one or adding the alphabet locations to this. So the theater is on the bottom left to the southeast. So it gives you an idea. So you guys had to cross from where you were. So the little P is up to in the northern central part right now, and now it's being moved. Wrong map. Down to the theater. Why is it being weird? Stop it. Try that. There we go. All right. Boom. All right. So now the P is in the theater. Any questions
Well, I
on
hope
that?
it's in the bathroom.
Nope, actually helps give a good idea roughly where it is.
Yeah,
Cool.
no, that's helpful.
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to check one other thing because I found what I was looking for and then lost it. So, all right. So you guys come in. You see that there are some people missing. The last time you were with the city council, there was a lot of people waiting. Several people had gone before you. I don't know if you remember, but there was a almost like a doppelganger party of you guys that
Oh, yeah, it was like
had left.
vaguely remember that. They were like similar races and similar classes or like party roles, but they were like opposite sexes and such. So, like a female version of Tusk or a male version of Kitsry or something like that.
Cool.
Yeah. And so,
Alrighty.
but this time there are no other people. It's just you and the captain, with some of the city council. There is a majority of the city council. Genesis, go ahead and give me a history check. Or a straight intelligence, either one.
history check for. I'm sorry, there's background noise.
Here it is, 258. Section DD. And just so you guys are aware, I know it's going to make you all very sad, but the Roll for Initiative app needs to be fixed with the recent 4.2 update, so I don't have a way of pushing rolls anymore. So you're going to have to do it your dang self.
How dare we?
So give me a history check, DC. It's like pretty easy for you. I would say it's a DC 12.
And what is it for? Like,
Just to remember stuff.
okay. Is it about like etiquette and customs and stuff?
No.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to use just because I'm going to use natural diplomat because I don't get to use it very often. So
Okay.
I'm rolling a d8 to add it to whatever I roll for the thing because I'm not great with history. Oh, that's the wrong skill. History. Okay, well, she, I mean, either way, she got a 16.
Looks like she got.
All right, perfect. Yeah, so you realize that there are 4 council members who are missing.
Is Rosseret there?
And
He is
she's
not.
gonna share it with the party.
Okay.
She's gonna point out like the spaces where they normally sit or whatever.
Odd.
Well,
All right, so as you come in, so the captain steps up. He gives a brief explanation of very cut and dry of what you found, what happened while you were there, and is more focused on the aspects of the invading army, the mercenaries, the troops, what was done to dissolve them, and he says that now that they know more information on how to get to the cavern, he's already sent people to verify, scout out to see, make sure that everything is gone, and also go through and find any other information, do a thorough search of this underground facility you had mentioned.
Mhm.
And then he sits down. They gather together and are talking for a few minutes. Everybody go ahead and give me an insight check in the tower, please.
It's.
Doo-doo.
I keep forgetting it's on my phone. Everyone, you said?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Ugh.
But
Guess
I'm sorry, I'm not good at using the little drag touchpad. That's what it is. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, it's fine. Just ignore the history check, please.
All right, so as they finish talking, they sit back down, and the leader of the city council stands up and says, "Well, you all have done the city a great service. Not only did you rescue Gimbal Cromwell, who we've already spoken to, and the other guard, but you've also prevented an all-out war. Judge, hold on. Where'd he go?
To be fair, they did tell us to.
Well, I think we exceed their expectations.
I don't think they actually expected us to do it.
Or be as successful as we were.
That's
You're
what you get
also-
for asking a party of murder hobos to do something.
You're also the third
Hey,
group.
I do have
they
a
sent.
home.
Yeah, we are the third group. Yeah.
Sorry, Genesis is not a murder hobo.
Jen's just a murderer, not a hobo though.
Point distinction. Anyways,
So I'll type the name here. As our way of thanking you for the service you have done this city, we have procured Judge, and she sort of motions over to this. You would guess to be a half elf, either a very portly elf or a very attractive human with slightly pointed ears. It says, we have procured Judge Archibald Hoadley's property that he had for sale, and we are gifting it to the heroes of Nashkel. And somebody whispers something. Oh, the bronze fangs.
much
Ooh.
Now
appreciated.
none of us are murder hobos. We thank you very much for your kindness and generosity.
So if we close that, you can then, if you don't have it open, here's the map. Boom. So they give you directions as to where it is. It's pretty easy to find.
I lost that. What were you saying? What I got was a blank sheet.
Yeah, it is a blank sheet. He shared it with us
Close
so
that.
that we could see the pin on the map.
Correct.
Right, I did close it, but I didn't get anything back. Where is it on the our map? Oh, I got it.
It's like in the middle-ish.
Yes, it's by the park.
So that's blank also. Okay, it's just a blank sheet right now. Okay.
At this point, yep. It's
Gotcha.
a blank slate.
Since we don't know shit about it, yeah.
Gotcha.
We know
Gotcha.
where it is, and that's it.
That's right. Once you clear
It
out
used to belong to some judge.
the Coven of Medusa, it's yours.
Oh, right. We're gonna go in there and find out that the entire basement is just, there's a lich, there's a necromancer, there's just, people moved in. I mean,
That's right. All the child sacrifices, at least most of the bodies have been removed. So it's all ready to go.
I mean, who else at a party of adventurers would you gift a haunted house to?
okay, but like, if you move into a haunted house, that is built-in friends, baby. Like,
Yep.
it
Yeah.
comes with friends.
Also built-in security. So
True,
Right? It
true.
scares the shit out of other people.
all right. So
Mhm.
as you guys are getting ready to leave, you see from the back of the theater this tall person in plate mail. He's wearing a helmet, so it's hard to see. Pretty sure it's a male, or she's wearing very constricting armor. One of the two stands up, uh, and it's almost gleaming. It's even from the 50, 60 feet away that they are. It's clear that this is pristine armor, and they turn and walk out the door. Is there anything you wanted to ask or say or do with the city council while you have the chance.
Um,
I'm not thinking of anything.
Yeah, I think anything that no.
I guess the only thing that I can think of is there any like papers or stuff we have to sign for the house, or
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh,
Oh, good point. Very good point.
yeah, a key would be nice.
All right, so are you asking those questions?
Yeah, do we? So you point out where it is. Does it have a key, or do we have to sign papers? We are very grateful for this, but I don't know how owning a house works. Just honestly doesn't know how owning a house works.
I mean, fair.
So the judge responds, the city secretary will, or one of her lackeys will meet you there at the noon hour with all the paperwork and the deed and the keys to the main doors as well.
Alrighty, thank you very much. I guess you know where to find us if you need more assistance from the Bronze Veins. And yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Now we actually have a mailing address for people to actually reach us instead of, oh, when are they happening to be in town? Oh, let's
Now watch us never be there.
we
We're
are
gonna be
never going to be
terrible.
there. We are never going to be there. I agree. But we do have a mailing address that we should check every once in a while.
We may want to hire a butler.
God.
Right?
I
mean, we could hire somebody to like do clerical work for us.
Well, I mean that works too. I was just thinking of someone to like maintain the house, the garden,
I mean,
whatever else.
Yeah.
Let's go see the house first.
Let's go see this place and see what it needs. It was for
Yeah.
sale, so hopefully it's not in like terrible condition.
You know, I wonder if this is that house we murdered those guys in a while back.
Oh my god, what if it
Did we kill the
is?
judge?
No, we didn't kill a judge. No.
Oh, good.
Essentially, there was
To our knowledge.
To our knowledge.
remember when I told you that we had that fight with Tobal and we killed him and he disappeared? We had chased him across from one area to another, and he basically ran into this house that had been for sale for a long time. Had a bunch of bandits in it, and we killed all everyone in it. And we left some of the bodies. I think.
Okay.
We may have dealt with the bodies, or someone else dealt with the bodies. I don't remember, but I just remember there was a large building that we dealt with.
I hope it
people
isn't
in.
this. That'd be rude for them to give us that.
Well, they don't know.
Jen
No one
remember
knows.
anything?
Okay.
Like, does Jen know anything about this judge?
And that location was a 3-story villa. It's a huge house.
Okay.
It would be
Yeah.
amazing.
That would be amazing if that's what they gave us.
What it was that they gave you. Yes.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, no, probably not. I found it funny. I found it
Garden
a
growing
coincidence.
in the center of it, and the house is built around it. You have walkways that you can look down into the garden as you're on the second and third floors. Yeah, it was
a pretty cool
nice
place. Who knows? Some of us are loaded. Maybe we could buy it. Maybe not. Anyways, house.
Does Jen know anything about this judge?
Give me a history check in the tower.
She ain't gonna know much, but there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance.
I mean, I've got a +3, so it's not a good chance, but there is a chance that she knows something.
right, so this is not your normal haunt. Cromwell or the captain of the guard may be a better person to ask, but you personally, let's see. Just from you haven't really heard anything about him. You can tell that he is up there in years, uh, and even from the slight interactions as you've been watching them, this meeting and the last meeting, you can tell that he's hard of hearing. But as far as his, anything about his personality or history, you're not familiar with anything off the top of your head.
Okay. So anyway, Jen thanks them again, and then we head off, I guess.
All right. So, would you guys exit the theater? You see the person in plate mail is standing there, and they walk up, raise the visor on their helmet, and you see it's a human male. He's got a very short cropped beard, um, mustache. Uh, Overall, kind eyes. Looks to be in his early 30s, late 20s. It's hard to tell just from the 4 inches of face you can see through the helmet. But he steps up and says, "Give me 1 second. Let me check something." Well, I understand you all are calling yourselves the Bronze Fangs. Is that correct?
And who are you?
Who's asking?
I am Ramboon Plessa, and I happen to run the Adventurers Guild here in Nashkel.
Wait, there's an actual adventurers guild here?
We're out here doing, unsolicited adventuring. We gotta sign the
I
waivers and shit.
I imagine Tuss actually says that aloud and turns to Jen and Kithri, who he knows have been here for a while.
Yeah,
Because he did
yes,
not know this.
yes. There's an adventurers guild.
I was
Most
unaware.
larger cities
Sorry,
do have
continue.
them.
I just wanted to let you all be aware, especially since this is the second or third time that at least I know of that you all have helped our city. I want to let you be aware that we exist. We are here to help you, and I think we can be of service to each other. So if you guys want you all to rested and relax, if you want to, come on by. We're over by the port, and you guys can find us over by the water tower next to the port.
Thank you. I think we will probably take you up on that offer sometime soon.
Wants
You
to
said it was
join the
where
union.
exactly?
By the water tower?
Port by the water tower. Okay. I think we should be able to
Don't
fly
know
from
where
that.
the water tower is, but it's by there.
Yeah, both Kithri and Kithri would know where the water tower is. Genesis, you've heard of it, just because while there are different cisterns and different areas that collect water throughout, many of the larger buildings will have water catchers and things on their roofs and things. There is a huge city water tower that's very protected and stuff, and guarded to make sure nobody messes with it. That does provide a lot of water to the northeast.
Honestly, all I'm thinking about when you're describing this water tower is that time I snuck up and faked a child's death to those one guards.
Now it's the watchtower. But yeah,
Yes.
you did do that.
The
Different kind of tower, but I mean,
is also you
same
guys
concept.
know it's you can see it from the arena. The water tower. It's just to the north of the arena. It's in a very sort of the southeastern part of the city. So if you're looking at the map, so this thing, come on, doesn't want to behave. Oh, I don't have a character, that's why. All right, there you go. So that's the water tower. That's the arena.
I didn't know. Okay.
This is the whole. This is the port, the water,
Alrighty.
in the port district.
And it's over there. Got it. Over somewhere in that area. Got it. So it's actually not that far from where we are.
It's a very important part of the city.
Important. Haha.
Or was it imported?
Depends.
Well, it's not all that portable.
No. Not anymore, anyway.
Did it used to be?
All right, so
Johnny?
you guys have he turns. You see him shut his visor as he walks back to the east. What would you guys? It is now. That took about 2 hours. Well, no, it'll take about an hour. So I'm saying it is 8:30.
Right.
Control.
And then it was noon
But
that
you
we are
guys-
meeting at the place.
But you guys are pretty drained. You've been starting since you started at 2 in the morning. Was when you finished your long rest and breakfast and everything else. So you probably actually woke up at 1, got yourself going and stuff.
So what do you guys say about some ice cream?
Sure, I was gonna say we wanted to get some drinks, but ice cream sounds good too.
I mean, we figure out the right kind of drinks and make like, I guess like not root beer floats, but like beer floats.
That sounds like a fantastic idea.
Somebody should try that.
Maybe I will. Sure, let's go get some ice cream. I think we have. Yeah, they said noon, so we have a little bit of time for. We can even get into our new place, which should be interesting. I hope they have beds. We may need to get beds. We'll leave that for the afternoon.
Just a safe place to sleep is better than nothing.
That's true. I know I have accumulated a couple of things from our past couple of ventures that I probably want to sell. Well, I'll have to double check some things. Like, I got this magical short sword. I'm never going to use this.
At least you're honest with yourself.
I'm pretty sure I only grabbed this because it was magical and no one else wanted it. Unless someone wants a magical +1 short sword. If not, we can just sell it. And I don't know about any of you guys, but it might be worth looking or possibly thinking of stuff you want to get. I think I remember someone mentioning they want to get. I think Gimbal said he wanted to grab some supplies and such. Actually, Gimbal, didn't you want to check on your shop? It was a candle shop, right?
Right. candle shop and find out if I have any money left in the bank anywhere, so I can replenish any funds if there is any. Because at
Alrighty.
one point in my life, I was a very rich person that went into this business to try and redeem myself for the unscrupulous behavior of my past.
Okay.
Or
To
the
be
cost.
fair, you didn't exactly acquire it in the most scrupulous manner.
Correct.
Well, then, yeah, we can go check on your shop and get some ice cream and, I don't know, maybe look for a place to sell stuff. Sound good?
Sounds very good.
Alrighty. I guess we'll see which one we hit first, ice cream or the candle shop. I don't remember how far either is from where we are.
I remember ice cream was north-ish, I think.
Ice cream shop is up here.
Not at all north. Disregard
And
that.
I don't have anything else labeled on this map, so I don't remember, but it seemed to me that the candle shop wasn't that far from some place like a mage shop or something like that where we were able to buy some. I could be wrong. It's been a long time.
We vaguely remember places, but we don't remember where they were. It had been a while.
All right, so
Oh,
everybody's
wow.
going to get ice cream. It's 163, page 40. Let me see.
Is the candle shop or the ice cream shop closer? Let's.
So yes, I was correct. It is in that location. It is. Yeah, they keep screwing with the orientation on this. Right there. That is the ice cream shop.
Oh,
So
nice.
let me, since that is something that is of interest to everybody.
A place that we keep on going, yeah.
We should maybe stop by like the Prancing Goat or something to get drinks as well. But we can do that later. Maybe tonight.
I wouldn't be averse to that.
Yeah. We can do that later though.
It's. Well, I was going to say something and then I realized that it would not at all apply to you, Tusk. But I was going to say it's a little early to get drunk.
It's never too early
Yeah,
to have your first drink.
Yeah, that's why. That's why I realized it wouldn't apply to you.
Haven't you heard of morning beer? Breakfast beer?
Only on a really bad day, morning after.
I mean, hey, breakfast beer makes
mean-
everything better.
I think there's a difference between having a beer and getting drunk. Because getting drunk is having, like, a few beers. And having a beer with, like, breakfast is like, you know, having a beverage.
Right. Sure.
Years into the campaign, we find out that Jen's an alcoholic. Like, no, but like, beer doesn't actually have that high of an alcohol content, and it used to be drunk because there wasn't like clean water, and beer was sanitary.
Yeah.
Yes.
Beer
a lot
saved
of
the world.
places, wine is safer to drink than their water.
Yeah.
In many countries throughout the world. All right, so you guys make your way across the city. You said you wanted to know where. Well, you already know where your hideout is.
The candle shop that Gimbal owns. And if we're in the area, maybe ask around for where the adventure shop is for when we want to go there.
The
So I think
adventure
we'll
shop
probably
is,
wait to
like I said, is
our guild.
directly east of where you are.
Oh, okay.
Because you can see the water towers and that fortified, odd looking.
Right. So it's just one of the
Building.
buildings around there.
And he said it was just between, it was near the port, below the water tower, south of the water tower.
Okay.
All right, and your candle maker. There's also a candy shop, by the way.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
The Bronze Fangs are about to be known as the Nashkel's heroes and also the people that always go to the ice cream and candy shops. We're about to get like frequent flyer cards, like, you know, like get 10 ice creams and get a free one, like that kind of shit. We're about to fill out those punch cards like every single time we visit.
All right, so that is in C2, 3 is C. There we go. All right, so your candle shop is right there. All the way to the northeast. Let me, what did you want the name to be?
Oh, you gonna put me on the spot for a candle shop name. Alrighty then. Think on that for a second. I'll get you one in a sec.
It was Mabel's
Group of
Light.
candles.
It was what it used to be called. And the guy who owned it after Mabel just kept the name.
Hmm.
Because the guy who killed himself
Yeah.
was definitely not Mabel.
Definitely didn't look like a Mabel. I just realized my camera was off.
Wait a minute, I think I have this already. I do. Okay. Boink. Come on.
So let's see.
Illuminate.
Anything that I recommend is just gonna be candle puns.
There's nothing wrong with that. The chat is.
Candlesticks,
Chat suggests
um,
Waxworks.
Waxworks is what Honey Badger says.
Waxworks is cool. Woodwick,
Fashionably light. Like fashionably light. But
the crafty candles, Candelady.
And I
mean,
will go
if
ahead and
no matter how well you're if you do well, you could call yourself famous.
section D. Where are my images at? Here they are. All right, so this is where it is. Let me see. Has it been? It is not. So let me flip it. Boom, boom.
The fiery branch. The fiery branch is cute too.
There we go.
Fantasy waxy. One came up randomly. Scented.
All right, so it is number 22.
Okay.
The Pickwick.
So, there it is. So you've got this long 2-room, with a back room and stuff. All right, so that's where that's where it is. The point is, it is, if you look at the map, it's way to the north, beyond, just north of the gate in that section up there. So you're closest to the Adventurers Guild and then the ice cream shop, if that's where you guys wanted to go.
You know what? Since we have some time, you're right if we
Sensual candles, nice.
pop into the Adventurers Guild just on our way over. It's on the way to the ice cream, and then we can go to the candle shop afterwards, and then circle
This
back for
guy's
the
like-
house.
Yeah, this guy's like, oh yeah, come visit us at the Adventurers Guild sometime, and we literally just follow him.
We could also just go later if we don't want to take the time just now. I mean, I didn't even know there were a place. I'm going to be honest. I thought at first it was a guy that was going to basically say, fight me or something like that at first. Like, just, you got knights and gleaming plates.
Just because
I have offended you for some unknown reason.
I thought it was gonna be like, oh yeah, you guys haven't been paying your adventuring tax, so
I mean, that could have happened too.
it's the fantasy IRS coming for us.
Turns out we got like a bounty on us because we're
Right.
unlicensed adventurers.
We're literally working for the city, and they're like, they tell the fantasy IRS, oh yeah, they're gonna be here meeting us at this time, so just hang outside that door and
Mhm. Well, I mean, he was inside the meeting too, but no, it was kind of funny.
us chance.
All right, so you come into this area. Let me go ahead and show you the map. And you see there's a sign above the door. Nice scroll work, lettering.
Mhm.
Yeah, he says, by the way, Honey Badger Sven said, come on down to sensual candles for all smells you can feel.
I like it.
All right, this should be. Is this map correct? Did I fix this map? Did I say that already? Yes, I did. Okay, so this map is correct. So let me make sure this is oriented correctly. It's not. Click, click. There we go. Now it's correct. All right. Boink, boink, boink. All right, so this is, as you can see on the overall map, it's number 422. And anything here that's dark red, by the way, or lighter is pink, is 2 stories. You'll notice the water tower is really dark red, so that's because that's multiple, it's beyond 3 stories. So the 422 is a 2-story building, and it has, like I said, you see the sign, it says Adventurers Guild. You do not see the warrior. He did not go this direction. He went and turned off to the north.
Actually, sorry, what was his name again? I actually don't remember catching his name.
He said it, and I immediately thought I'm gonna need Sven to put that in chat, and then I forgot to say that.
Yeah, no. It was all right with you
You're
guys.
getting
I think we'd like to pop in here for a second. I think it'd be kind of interesting to do.
At least introduce ourselves, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so give me nature checks, folks.
Nature. Oop, that's not my character sheet.
Tower?
You want that in the chat in the tower?
It is a DC 10, so in the chat.
Oh, there we go. Why did that roll with advantage?
What?
There it
Or
is.
why did I
I
roll with
succeeded.
disadvantage? What?
Is it because you're exhausted?
Oh, I am
Oh.
exhausted. That's why.
Oh,
I forgot about
yeah.
that.
Yes.
Yes, it has been a long day.
So we're about to find this house, buy some really nice beds, and just have Tusk just sleep for a day.
All right, so as you guys walk in, you see that there is a sort of like a waiting room with some couple benches, some nicer, a couple individual chairs you can sit in, and then toward the back, there's a desk, a large desk, with some bookshelves and things behind it, and sitting on the desk is the small man, looks to be about 2 feet tall.
Oh,
Got these large gossamer wings behind him. And as he looks up, so it tilts his head a bit. And he says, "Oi, who are you now? What brings you to the Adventurers Guild?"
tiny man, massively crazy armor. Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry. Can I interrupt for a minute? What happened with Fid?
Fid is currently not with you guys.
Fid has stayed with the in the guard quarters.
Yeah. He did
Okay.
mention that
With
he
Captain
wanted to meet up
Smilodon.
later with particularly Kithri. But,
Okay.
you know, she was dodgy about it.
Yeah.
Claudia
Anyway.
is in a chat, by the way, if you guys ever get a chance to check out her stream as well. She does a lot of cool stuff from. She has a game. It's Guitar Hero adjacent, but it uses a real bass guitar.
Ooh.
But
Cool.
to do the same thing, where the
Mhm.
colored tokens fall down, you have to play it in time, in tune. But it's a real bass, and she also she makes 3D puzzles. Things like
That's really cool.
a ship or my mind's blanking, but I've seen her do several of them that are just amazing X-Wing fighters and things like that. They're all little metal 3D puzzles with these tiny, tiny, tiny pieces. Oh, the Hogwarts bus. Each individual seat. The steering wheel was 2 pieces, for example, stuff like that. That's how
Wow.
tiny this
Oh,
thing
that's
was.
cool.
Altogether, when it was done, I think it was 3 inches long, maybe 3.5 long, and almost as high, because it was the big, tall bus from Harry Potter. London bus. Anyway, she does some cool VR cooking shows and there's very eclectic taste, but stuff I like because I don't do the same thing even myself. So her her stream name is Claudia1836 1836. Check her out. Like I said, she was last playing, doing the stuff. It was cool. Anyway, check her out.
Mhm.
Thanks for stopping by, saying hello. All right, so you guys come in. You see this pixie, and he's standing there, and he's asks you what brings you here. And I'm trying to find the guy. I can't find the where I wrote down his name, so we're just gonna give him a different name.
Frank.
Gerald. Bob. No.
All right, so he's There we- Sir Artley Burton. Oops, I spelled it wrong. Damn it.
Sir Artley Bruton. No, I mean,
All right, let me. There we go. All right, so are you guys responding to the pixie? Talking to him?
Yes. We just thought we'd stop in. We're the Bronze Fangs. Sir Burton just told us about this place
Sir Shines a lot.
recently.
figured we'd pop by and introduce ourselves.
Oh,
Yeah.
you all must be that ones he was talking about that had just come back and was talking to the captain. Had been sent down below, I think, to rescue them folks who'd been down there.
Yep, that'll be us.
Ah, I see, I see. So perhaps you might. He sort of raises his hands, gesturing around him. Be interested in becoming members, eh? Is that what you all are here for? Well, tell me, what do you all know about the Adventurers Guild?
I know
You know,
absolutely nothing.
there is a there's a very shiny man that encouraged us to come. That's about as much as I know.
You do something about helping people who are adventurers.
Well, come. You look like you guys have seen better days. Go ahead and take a seat. And would you guys like something to drink or maybe some snacks while we talk?
I would love a beer or ale or whatever you got.
I could use something more medicinal, like literally.
So he flies back, opens a drawer, and tink 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 tink, and comes flying back with a tray, puts an empty mug in front of Tusk, taps it, and it's got a beer with a thick head. Has filled the mug. Does the same thing. It's the same mug. I mean, the same style of mug for everybody. And then as you say what you want, taps it, and it fills with the drink that you're asking for. Um, it's not the best in the world, but it's definitely not rot gut cheap stuff. Sort of good, average drink
A good middle of the road,
your
yeah.
choice. Yep, in the middle of the road.
Thank you. Nice drink. Instant beer. I mean, I got something for that, I guess, but you know. Well, I'm Tusk. What's your name? Figure. Actually, I'm not entirely sure what you are. But what's your name?
Typical Tusk.
So he does
Jen
a
just
sort of.
looks like incredibly embarrassed standing next to him.
I presume, is anybody not sitting down and relaxing?
No, Tusk
No.
would
No.
probably take a
Okay.
seat.
So as you guys are sitting down and stuff, Genesis, you notice some stuff. Do you want me just to say it, or do you want me to whisper it to you?
Anything that's important, she'd probably pass on to the rest of the party. So it.
Well, I mean, it's things you're seeing. It's not like you can call out, "Oh, hey, he's wearing a magical ring and he's got these."
Oh. You
But I
might
can
as
just
well just say
tell
it. It
everybody
doesn't
if you
matter.
want.
Yeah.
If you don't want to keep it. All right. So you do notice that he has a couple different rings. He's wearing a couple different rings. He's also has this almost impossible to see cloak that's in between his wings. That's sort of like the Predator, where it's visible in certain lights. You can just catch the outline of it every once in a while, but it's not there. It's just camouflaged or invisible, half invisible, that type of thing. So he has a blowgun strapped to his back. He's got these different darts around his belt. And you notice he has a tattoo on his sword hand, on his right hand, on the back of his hand, and it's the symbol that you saw and you see also displayed on the desk for it's basically a very stylized NAD in Elvish.
Okay.
Pinkus is the name. Adventuring is my game, although don't do as much as I used to. Being the president here takes up a lot of time. Lots of meetings and all and whatnot, but I'll break it down for you. You guys are adventurers. You go out, save the world, save the maidens. Am I right? And he sort of shoulders Tusk a little bit. And make some gold, find some items, find your magicy stuff, and then you come home and you spend it, and you go and do it all again, and hope that the fate smiles on you, and you don't die. So why would you care about an adventurers guild? Well, let me tell you. What we offer you is we vet every member of the adventure guilds. Now, from what Sir Burton tells me, you guys have already met the qualifications that we require for every member here. We also vet the people that ask us for quests. So, as an adventurers guild, if your average civilian doesn't know where to go, they come to us. So, we can supply you with a steady supply of jobs. There's also some that aren't as vetted that are just rumors. We have some maps and things that might lead to the greatest treasure of all kind, or it could be nothing. And we provide those as well. We offer those to our members. Also, we also have a quarterly newsletter that we provide to all of our members. And you get this here swell tattoo when he shows you the symbol on the back of his hand as proof that you're a member of the guild, and as such, you get discounted prices at places all throughout the city on gear, on healing, and on some of the more fun stuff. You know what I mean? He sort of bumps Tusk again.
I'd really
I
stop
can't
doing
wait
that if
for
I were you.
Tusk to just bump back and knock this guy over.
I imagine Tusk is like wondering why he keeps like accidentally like running into him or something, like not registering it's like a full bump, but it's like nodding along with what he's saying. I was like,
I love Tusk.
So I know you guys are impressed and are amazed by everything that we offer our members. And you want to know what the bottom line, right? Am I right?
yeah,
This
Actually, I
costs-
do
nice to know.
admit that I know you said that we probably meet all the specifications, but I am a little curious what they are, what the requirements are.
You have to be able to prove that you are a valid adventurer by showing proof of a recent quest that you've been on, or we also have some introductory sort of tests that we send some adventuring groups out on. Another thing too is if you ever decide to not be a member of the Bronze Fang, And I know right now you guys are all riding high on your recent adventures and stuff, but who knows? Things happen, and you may not always want to be a Bronze Fang. If that ever happens, come back. We pair up parties all the time, and um, so to answer your question, you have to prove that you're an able adventurer, not gonna some farmer hand who's gonna go out and get himself killed the first time he sees an orc. No, no offense intended.
I completely understand.
So all of this
All right.
costs
Mhm.
a total of 200 gold piece a year. So
Mm.
think about it. Something you want to do, no pressure. We don't care. We've got plenty of work to do and plenty of people who to do it. But a group like you, if half of what Sir Burton says you've done, there's always work for you.
200 gold pieces each, or for the whole party?
That would be each. Yep. You also
Honestly, I'm
have
liking
full
this.
access to our facilities here. Upstairs, we've got training rooms, healing rooms, um, some full library upstairs as well. It ain't nothing like the temple, but it has some more focused, if you know what I mean.
And is that tattoo mandatory?
It's what separates us from the chattel, if you know what I mean. And if without it,
Is that a yes?
you can't get the discounts and everything that's required. Plus, I'm not always here, so this uh, is
Mhm.
a proud mark of identification for anybody within the guild to offer you the help that you need.
So that's a yes.
Yeah. Just think of it like the Stonefist tattoo you got a while back. So yes, mandatory. But I don't know about you guys, but I'm honestly very inclined for this. I kind of like what you're selling. Is that the phrase? Like what you're selling? Uh, I like what you are all about. What this is all about. Honestly, I probably would have checked in sooner if I realized this was a thing. But yeah,
Meanwhile, Jen's over here thinking like, we've kind of been pretty busy as is.
do you like the? I mean, I like the discount you said about and the newsletter. I think it's what you called it. Newsletter report. Giving it info is always nice to have. I've noticed on our travels that there are times where we have had like points where we're just not sure what to do. Had no leads, but leads are nice, and having a place to come to possibly look for that is nice. Um, what do you guys think? Because I'm honestly kind of for this.
It's definitely something to consider. I think we might want to take a bit of time and really talk about it and talk it over, and not make a decision immediately, but it could be a viable option.
Yeah,
What was that? Kimball?
I'm back and forth on it. I feel like it's a little bit of a ripoff, but
Yeah, Jen kind of does
that's
too, which
might
is why
just be me.
she's kind of just trying to get us to like not completely be there because she's like, we've been busy already.
Yeah, I mean, good. Yeah, I guess. um, get three. You got an opinion?
Kithri doesn't really normally have an opinion, but she's not really up for getting a tattoo, to be fair.
Yeah.
Is it all right if we come back Pingus, let you know.
Absolutely.
Seems like they want. All right.
Sure, take your time. I understand this is not something to take. I can tell you that there has not been a single member who has not earned back their membership fee. This is not anything that goes to me, doesn't go to any individual here. Every copper piece of everybody's annual dues goes to maintaining the facilities here. We also don't take a cut from the quest, so if somebody comes with us, we just point you at them, and it's up to you and them to figure out what you want to do and how much they want to pay you and all that. We don't see any of that. We're just the middleman.
Alrighty. That's actually mighty interesting. We actually have a couple of other errands to run today. This really was just a pop-in because I was curious. Yeah, I think we may or may not be. We may see you around. We are in the city.
Well,
It was a
thank
pleasure
you for
meeting you.
going over the options. We will definitely have to consider it. Jen's like slowly meandering towards the door.
She's always like that.
All right, and you see this the cups and stuff start floating onto a tray, and the tray works its way back to the desk.
That was a neat trick. Can you do that, Gimbal?
Negative.
It's the little things that always fascinate me.
Both you and Kithri and Gimbal at least would recognize Unseen Servant.
Sure.
Alrighty.
That does look cool.
Alright. I guess we say goodbye to Pinkus the Pixie. And head out. Unless there's anything else stopping us, I guess. Or parting words.
Nope, he's flies back to the desk and picks up the book he was reading, goes back to it.
Right.
Well,
I guess then we walk away.
All right, so you guys are heading to the ice cream place.
Yeah. Kind of as we're walking, Tusk will be like, so I did catch that you guys seem to be a little bit on the fence about it, but I think even if you guys decide not to pursue that, so I actually might personally sign up and pursue that because that just sounds interesting. And to which, like, I know he said hey, you might not always want to be part of the group and seek out a group. That's totally not why, but it's more just I like the idea of being part of a group that's like that and possibly helping out other people who are also adventurers or possibly starting adventurers or something. I don't know.
And
All right.
I mean, he gets the tattoo
Back by me while we're all talking about this.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, run through me again. What are we getting out of this for our 200 gold just outlay for them to have a building to coordinate?
Discounts and hookups with clients.
Yeah, discounts with just all the shops in the city. If you ever need a job, they would be a place to find jobs because rather than
finding jobs, I get, but we haven't had a difficulty with that. But then our reputation is good enough that that's not so big a deal to me. But the discounts. I mean, what kind of discounts are we talking here?
They just said discounts at the various shops of the city, whether that's weapons, supplies, healing.
Well, I think he's more asking like A 5% discount, a 20% discount, like that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
like 1 silver point of coin per order discount. I mean,
I don't know.
that needs to be enumerated a little bit for for the kind of money we're putting out individually. I mean, this group of us is putting out 1,000 gold. That's more than the city gave us for the jobs we just finished
Right.
saving the entire city for.
I mean, I guess you could
Actually,
ask,
the
I don't
city
know.
just gave you a house.
Yeah, we got a house.
Yeah, and who knows? But we don't even know the value of that yet. It could be a piece of crap with dead bodies laying in it.
Well, the
I don't
bodies
know.
won't be there for long.
The money is not necessarily an issue to me. I mean, and honestly, if you don't, I feel like if one of us signed up, or if I just signed up, and then you could possibly benefit from me having the benefits if you wanted to save money, I guess. But then I would
Like
still be the
Tusk
only one that's
being the
technically.
one that has the Netflix membership, but we all log in on his account.
Yeah. But regardless, it's fine. I don't know. I just thought it would be personally. I find it interesting, so that might be something I pursue. If you guys aren't interested, that's totally all right. I just that just was my thoughts on the manner. Ooh, ice cream.
Oh yes, ice cream.
Well, I'm relatively interested. I mean, I don't mind it. I like
Mhm.
the concept in general, and if you're sold on it, I don't have any real problem doing it either. But I don't have that money right now, so literally don't have
True,
enough money to even pay that. So
you did lose a lot of money. I don't actually mind spotting you for the first thing.
also, but in the last couple of adventuring, at least this last week of adventuring has not been profitable, except that I now have another place to stay.
I mean, yeah, you can have the cattle shop if you want all yourself. You can
Yeah,
have
I'm
another place to
working
stay
on that.
outside of that. I don't know. I think it's interesting to have a place to stay.
That's
You're looking
great
forward to
that we have
seeing
a
it
place
later.
to stay.
Are
I'd
you
rather have had
excited
money.
to have a bed, Tusk?
Huh? I didn't catch what you said.
Are you excited to
Oh,
have a bed?
I mean, yeah, I guess. I'm excited to have a room. I mean, I guess technically there was a couple places that we would stay back, when I was growing up, but it's a little different when you're staying in the burnt out shell of a former house or a tent in an actual like house. You know what I mean?
so my thought on that is, how often are we actually going to be in a house?
No, I mean, I'll say
I
with
mean,
somebody.
maybe when we decide to retire, but right now, I don't think that's in anybody's anytime soon plans. So it's just going to sit there empty most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, it's nice to have a place to stay here that we don't have to pay for. I mean, at least we aren't paying for
Not
tavern
like
rooms while we're
yeah,
here.
it's not like we're in the city all that much, but it is
Yeah.
nice.
I don't know. I'm just excited to have a place, even if we don't necessarily use it.
Well, shall we continue and get ice cream?
Oh, I thought we were talking over ice cream
Oh.
at this point. That's what I was just going to assume.
Oh, okay.
Sure, we're just talking as we do whatever.
All right, so you guys get to the ice cream parlor. Ergon's Cold Treats,
Mhm.
and this is a good place. Let's go ahead and take a quick break. Be back here at 8:55. Give me 9 minutes.
Alrighty.
Cool. Okay.
Might grab a little snack. All right. See you guys in a few. It's gonna be funny to.
That's right. Yeah, the discount does change based on where it is. If you put it right on the head, on their face, then you get more of a discount. That's right.
I mean, Tusk does have this
Alrighty, it is time to get back to the action.
Woo.
Children are
Woo.
screaming, so I can't promise much input. You can probably hear it.
Actually, we can't.
Nope,
Or at
I
least I
haven't
can't.
heard it. Yeah. Nope.
Sorry, as a random side thought, in the other campaign I play in, we also use Fantasy Grounds, and last session I had to go to like the bathroom, so I did the AFK thing and left for a minute. When I came back, I just saw the chat filled with everyone having gone AFK and come back, like
Nice.
a couple of different times, realizing, hey, did everyone just mess around with that? And there's a
They're like,
yep,
oh my gosh,
we did
this
not
is
realize it was a
option.
thing.
Yes.
So it's just kind of funny. Sorry, just saw Mantha's AFK thing, so
So
it reminded me
actually
of it.
use it.
Yep.
And again, I have been sitting at the computer just on my phone for a little bit, so we'll pretend that I didn't just come back.
You were AFK, just in a different way.
Right? I was AFK, but mentally.
More than usual.
All right, so you guys are eating ice cream. What else? Did you guys want to finish talking, or is there anything else you want to discuss?
I guess
By
we
the
can
way,
head to
Jen is paying
Gimble's
for all
candle
your ice
shop.
cream.
Okay.
I don't know how much that is, though. Sven, you're gonna have to remind me.
So you're heading to the candle shop then?
Yep.
All right, so
Probably get our ice cream and start heading that way.
say
So
try to
Gimbal
get
can
there
check on his
long.
shop.
I'm gonna say you
I
spend
think.
about half an hour eating ice cream, relaxing, talking, and now you're heading up to the candle shop. All right.
I
What kind
figured it
of
out.
assistant do you have running it?
If you click on the thing, the cold Ergon's cold treats, it tells you the price. It's fine. Sorry. Keep going.
Cool.
I do not remember what we set up before I.
We never set up anything.
Well, I had a lot of time to do it before I ended up going down below because I was away from this group for a long time working here in the city while they were doing other thing and I was not.
It's only been about a month, but yes.
Right. So
you have had time to deal with all that stuff. Yep, absolutely.
I will assume that I have hired someone at least to help tend the place while I was going to go down and help explore on the behalf of the city council. So, trying to remember if we made any previous acquaintances that were people that I had connected with that I was interested in maybe helping set up here in
We've
town.
interacted with some of the beggars around town, but I don't know if you're interested in that.
Yeah, Honey
I
Badger.
don't remember.
Honey Badger says have a fire elemental tend the shop.
I like it.
I mean,
you can do it once.
I get back here and the big stone golem has come to work for me.
he's gonna tend the shop, but it might turn into Tinder.
Yeah. Well, it almost did the first time we experienced something like that up in the in one of the upper rooms of the candle shop. It was some sort of elemental thing that we were fighting.
Mhm.
It was swirling around and just about destroying the room. All right, so so yeah, just I mean, I don't know in terms of who, but I would normally I would have gone back to somebody that we had already known, but I'm not reading anything in the notes that we have that gives me any clue
No,
as
we're
to
just
people.
making it up on the spot. So
All right, yeah, but I really would like to have. So it'll be. I'll just say they've got a fairly young apprentice working in there. Uh, you know, humans, a human somewhere in the 20s, early 20s that I met here in the city. Someone that I was able to hire through contacts that I have here in the city. Ideally, the son of somebody that's connected to somebody important here that I would trust.
okay, here's a list, or you can go off your own. Did that pop for you, Cantrick?
Oh, go with Wendell.
Wendell, just
Mm-hmm.
one name, Wendell. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wendell, McWendell, son of Wendelson, McWendell.
Candle Wendell.
All right.
I don't know.
So you guys approach the candle shop. You see it says Wendell's Candle Shop.
It says sensual candles. SCENTUAL. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we go in.
All right. So while you've been gone, go ahead and give me a percentile. Give me 2 percentiles, actually.
Oh, excuse me.
Nice.
All right. And what is your relationship, and what is his relationship with you?
I'm the owner. He's my employee, but I pay him pretty well.
Strictly romantic.
Okay. But and what is Wendell's ethic?
I hope it's very good. That's my point. I'd want someone that I could trust. So it'd be someone that who would, ideally, like I said, the son of one of the, a council member or somebody that has got a position that in the city that I know and would trust, or someone that I met along the process of the adventuring that we've been doing here, and I trust him as a result of his commitment to me personally. But I don't remember the names of any of the people we interacted with before when I was in town here.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay.
And what is your goal? What would you like to learn? What do you want to know while you're there?
Mainly, I want to find out if we had any money. If we've made any money.
The shop has continued to earn profits. Yes. So it's with the rolls that you made in the 10, 11 days you've been gone, it's averaged about 15 gold pieces a day in profit.
All right. And do I have? I mean, I know we did when I did it at the time, but I have no idea. If it's only been a month or so from the start, then it's probably not a lot. But I did start a bank account for this shop when I first took it over. I just have no idea what that would entail now either. I'm just trying to find a way to liquidate a little bit so that I can have some money to spend. 'Cause I'm
So you have your
totally
own
broke.
living space in the back of the shop that's
Hmm.
separate from the workshop as well. There's basically a sale area, and then where the inventory is and things, and then there's a small workshop where you make the candles and customize and do the other things that you want to do, and then there's a small living space. And that living space is separate and is locked, uh, and unless you tell him to, Wendell would normally stay out of that. Um,
Hmm.
he doesn't. He probably wouldn't even have a key to it. Uh, so you have your own little stash in there if you want, or you can have a uh, bank account, either one.
Um, I know I had intended to, or thought I had actually started a bank account originally. I don't think I'd want something stashed here, especially if I was going to be coming and going.
All right.
6. All right, so you find your little lockbox key to your bank account. Your bank account, I will give me one more percentile. Okay.
100. 100%.
I don't think that's how percentiles are supposed to work, but okay.
Or
It looked
zeros.
like
Yeah.
a flat 0 to me.
It's all zeros. Either way, it's 100 or 0. It's the same rule.
It's either the best or the worst.
Percentiles typically go from like 1 to 100. They don't typically do
For
0
me,
instead.
it's you have a certain percentage chance of doing what you want to do. So if you have a 30% chance, then from 1 to 30 is that percentage chance. If you go above that percent, then you fail. So for me, it's almost always, you almost always want low.
Yes.
Unless you
Cool.
want to fuck up.
Actually reminds me when I had a group that I was dealing for roll for a random encounter and they got 100%, and that was really bad.
Yeah.
They almost all died.
Rip.
So your shop is doing well, and everything is running smoothly.
Right.
Give me just a second.
I will head over to the bank with my little security deposit key and withdraw some stuff so I can get some potions. That's the biggest concern I have, is having stuff with me to heal me when I continue to get myself in serious doo-doo.
All right. So you guys hang out at the shop, and it's been cleaned up since you guys cleared it out and stopped the ritual he was doing. Well, actually, he had finished the ritual and it had just gone awry, and the demon had killed him. And
We cleaned up the mess.
it has been cleaned. You guys didn't, but Kimball did.
Yep, fair enough.
And
We dealt with the creature.
That's right. Dealt with the creature.
Yeah. I think it was a djinn or something, if I
I know.
remember.
Dealing with the
It was
creature
a
qualifies
long
as
while
cleaning up
ago.
the mess for Tusk.
Yep. And you had to.
Yeah, cleaning up the mess. Yeah.
You realized that killing the candles was the way to weaken it. So.
Yeah.
And so we burned down the candle shop.
Not
All right. So where are you headed to now?
I think. I guess find a way to kill a little more time until we meet up with the people at the house.
I mean, go shopping, I guess.
I mean,
Yeah,
got
I
some
want to go.
stuff to sell.
Definitely want to go to a magic shop, and then I mean, just where I can get some potions. And don't really think I need equipment as such.
So Honey Badger suggests you have a side hustle making wax statues of famous explorers.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah. I'm sure you could work something out with the Adventurers Guild.
Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. I might go down there and talk to them about maybe making that a part of my, instead of having to
Contract.
pay the ridiculous amount of $200 gold pieces for a tiny discount and maybe I
Yeah,
can work or something with them.
I mean, you could figure out what it's like on the storefront side of maybe starting to give Adventurers Guild patrons a little bit of a discount at your shop too.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
So I stop by my bank, and then I'm definitely gonna head to the. Before I go shopping, I need to head to the Adventurers Guild, because if I'm gonna do this, I've got to try and work something out with them before I go shopping. So I want that discount if I'm gonna use it.
Yeah, that does sound like a good idea. I guess Kithri and Jen, if you want, you can just wait to join until you see what we get from it. Or like you don't have to join, but I think I am going to go join, and I think it would help if we are going to go shopping because part of it is a discount, and since I'm going to join anyways, might as well do that first.
Kith already has her Thieves Guild, so she's not gonna say that, but she's just not interested.
That's totally all right. Oh, actually, that does remind me. I might have something I want you to look into later, Kithri. But because I know you're a lot better at looking into things than I am. But we'll save that for another time. Jen?
I mean, I guess I'm not really all that interested, if I'm being honest.
Totally all right. Well, in that case, Gimbal, you want to? I'll accompany you to the Adventurers Guild.
Sure.
And again, I don't mind spotting you for the fee for this first time.
I don't need it.
Okay.
I had access to my money, and it was what I was hoping would be there. So
nice. That's great. I don't know.
All right, so first of all, we'll start with Gimbal and Tusk as you head south, as you head back to the Adventurers Guild. I'm just going to put the party token at your hideout. So while they're doing that, Kithri and Genesis, are you staying together? Or are you going to go your separate ways? And are you all planning on, did anybody make a plan on
we should
when to
meet
get back
up
together?
at the Bronze Fangs hideout.
Yeah.
We should check our place out this afternoon.
It was like at noon that we were meeting the person for the papers and the key. So
that works. Then let's all meet there at noon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should give us time to hash this out and get some quick shopping in.
Kithri, Genesis?
Kithri, what do you feel like doing?
Well, one of the only things she would want to do would be to go to the Thieves Guild, but she's not going to take Jen there, so it'd probably be at a later time.
Okay. So what are you guys doing?
I know you got a college or something.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to leave.
Oh.
She abandoned us. I'll never be the
Uh,
same.
Actually, I'm curious, Jen. Have you ever gone to the church that you were a part of,
Yeah.
like
I
in this city?
last time
Because I
we
know
were
you're.
Jen went and spent like a couple hours there.
Oh, I
Like
thought that was just the university.
no. She's got the Bard College, and then she's also like a cleric of Sylvanas, but like
Mhm.
he also she wasn't like recruited by the church, she was recruited by the god. So like
And I guess I was under the impression that you were recruited by the god, but never actually visited the church or something along those lines.
she was never really like trained in religious stuff.
Mhm.
Like she's learning it as she goes. So she doesn't know shit about religion because like she was chosen, so like she didn't like mean to get into it. You know, like
Hence why I thought you never went to the actual church.
yeah, no, she's been there. She that's how she got Piper. Uh
Ah, okay.
last time we were in the city, she went there for a couple of hours and
I just, I don't know. I couldn't remember. I thought it would be kind of funny if that was the case.
no. Actually, Sven was bringing up things like think about things that you want to do in the city, and like going to the church is part of the things that she wants to do. So like,
All right, so Genesis and Kithri, anything you want to do right now?
I don't really have anything in mind. But
You
Kithri, he
ladies can
did.
go to the bathhouse and get yourself cleaned.
That does
Kitty
sound pretty
Manny.
nice.
That does sound nice, actually.
Yeah.
We go
There you
out and
go.
get like a spa day while they're over getting tattoos. Like,
Girls and guys day out.
a
All right, so there is a bathhouse, and it is there's a couple of them, the old and the new one, um, and so that's you two are going there. So Gimbal and Tusk, you head back to the thing. It's been about an hour.
Hmm.
So as you come back in, um, he comes down from upstairs, flying down. Ah, do you have any more questions? What can I do for you?
Well, I think my friend here had a couple of questions, but I made a decision to join. Uh,
All right, so he brings
take your
over
offer.
to the desk. Uh, Here you go. Put your hand right here, and there's the tattoo appears on the back of your hand. And he says, "What's a good word that's easy for you to remember that you don't say very often?"
The don't. Oh, I was about to say something I say a lot.
Magic.
uh,
I cast a spell. Yeah.
Papa is is what Honey Badger's friend mentions.
November. Just
What did she say?
Papa,
doesn't it
Oh,
Papa.
Papa.
come over here with daddy? Like,
Omega.
Okay, so uh,
now that we're no
he
longer
mumbles a
calling.
couple more things. He says, "All right, go ahead and say it,"
Omega.
and the tattoo disappears. Say it
Oh,
again,
Omega.
and the tattoo's there again.
That is really nifty. Really neat. I have a friend who taught me the term nifty recently. It's fun to say. Um,
It's a fun word.
Nice.
uh,
Just a
well,
matter,
that's
and I presume you gave him the 200 gold, or the
yes.
equivalent thereof, in copper.
Yes.
1, 2.
No, I straight up give him 200 gold,
Okay, so go ahead and subtract that
which
from
I'm
your
gonna.
sheet.
Yep, will do.
All right, and I understand you had a question.
Yes. So interested in joining, but I have several questions. One, I own a candle shop. The the goodness sensual candle up in the northern corner of Nashkel here, and how would one go about being a member of the discounts for for adventurers and such?
Well, that's uh, something that most of the members of the Merchants Guild here within the city, ones who give you your permit and such, they set up all the details, but basically nothing in writing, it's nothing in particular. Typically, most people will give you, it all depends on what you're buying and how much you're spending. It averages to about, we figured it out, about 10%, depending on what you're doing.
Now, what if I was to start a kind of a side business of making wax figures that depict the various adventurers as they are successful in coming back from their quests
Oh, we might
to
be
help promote
interested in buying
promote
some here
the guild.
and displaying
In
them
fact, I
here.
wouldn't exactly.
It all depends on the quality of the work and the adventure, I guess. Not everybody wants to be famous, but that's definitely something that we would be interested in doing. Let us know what your prices are. We can go from there.
Very good. And then I will quietly say to him,
Whisper, whisper, secret, secret.
So, ladies, if you haven't already, make sure you subtract your 15 silver per scoop of ice
Yeah,
cream.
I've already done that.
And let me find how much the bathhouse is going to run you. I know you guys are sitting on several thousand, close to 8,000 gold each. Some of you have more, so it's
I
not
don't
going to
know,
break you.
200 gold
19.
pieces a year sounds so expensive.
And he has said that there is not a single member who has not made more than that adventuring.
But I do hoard like a dragon, no matter what.
There it is. I remember typing this in a couple days ago.
You remember it like it was a couple days ago.
So you've already seen that that the tattoo goes away. You set up your own word, and the tattoo is
I know that. I'm not worried
invisible
about
when
it
you
for
don't want
me.
it. Let's see. I guess you could more call it a magic marking than tattoo. Just when you see it, is what you first think of. Um, so it mentions. Hold on just a second. Let me finish this. Where the hell did it go? Here it is.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay. So for the Acme, just taking a bath, it's 5 silver. If you're looking for laundry service, It's an extra 2 silver. If you're looking for massage, manicure, pedicure, hair, each one of those individual items is an additional 5 silver. So you decide what you want to pay for. If you just want to relax and soak in the bath, then it's just a flat 5 silver. And then pretty much everything else is, except for the laundry, is additional 5 silver for them. And then if you want a tip, feel free. So do the math, put it in your, subtract it, and we'll get back to you guys in a second. All right, so let me do this. Damn it. Let me do that. There we go.
So what is the purpose
I
of
don't.
the
I don't find your. I don't follow your math there.
me, Genesis, Kithri, and Fid or Crack or whoever it's going to be?
Oh, for the people who aren't here tonight. Okay. All right. So for now, we'll just do 6, and we'll worry about the others if that ever happens. If and when they come back. I'm not sure. Logan's disappeared for the last like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I don't know everything. So I don't know if he's what's going on.
Didn't you say something was going to be changing anyway, time wise? Oh, that was that Wednesday or Thursday?
No, we were talking about.
When?
We were looking at Ashley and trying to figure
Oh,
out
okay, gotcha.
if she's
That's
able
somebody.
to do it. So so far she's been able to. It's basically when she finds a job or someone else, if their job changes, then we may need to switch it.
Right, right.
So.
So what's the what's the purpose of this
So
tattoo in terms of verification? What is the significance? Why is it so important that it be embedded on somebody's body?
that keeps people from stealing it or saying that they're members. We want to make sure that we vouch for who we are, and we don't want anybody just walking into a tavern or into a shop or blacksmith claiming that they're people they aren't. We have a reputation we uphold, just so black people respect the members of the Thieves Guild for opposite reasons. They respect us for being upstanding citizens and adventurers who have helped save the town, save the city, help go out kill monsters. So it's a sign of respect, a sign of badge of honor, if you will. And by doing it
Sven,
this
what does
way,
the tattoo look like again?
to you it just looks like a just a symbol, a fancy like design.
Okay.
But it's the letters NAG in Elvish and stylized.
Okay.
So it's just basically like I said, it's like a not quite. I want to say it's not like a henna tattoo. That type of curly cues and design. So
Sounds kind of cool.
does the same thing with you, Gimbal. come up with a word that it's easy to remember. You don't say much. If you guys want to role play it more, you can put it in your notes section of your character sheets.
That's actually what I was just doing.
You can remember.
Every time you accidentally say it, the tattoo just shows right back up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So Gimbal, do you have a word?
Intimidation.
Okay. So he does the same thing. When you say it, it appears. When you say it again, it disappears.
Cool.
And he repeats it back, and it does not trigger. So when someone else says the word, it does not trigger it.
Cool.
That's good to know.
All right, so if you guys just want things from the player's handbook, or if you look in the items and I don't even know if you guys have it open. If you don't, you should open the comprehensive equipment manual. Is that what it's called? Let me see. Yeah, comprehensive equipment manual.
All I need is healing potions, so just tell me what the price is once it's worked out, wherever we go.
So it'll be 40. If you don't want to role play it, it's flat 10% less than what is in the PHB. So it'll be 45 for healing potions. If you guys want to try to role play it or sell a bunch of stuff and buy a bunch of stuff, then we can do rolls and see. I think Genesis is usually the face of the party to try to sell stuff.
She's good at money-ish. She's good with persuasion, but she has no concept of money.
All right.
All right.
So
yeah, I do have a couple
if you're
things
just
I
going to
want
go buy regular stuff, like I said, go for that. Comprehensive equipment manual is good because it has just more details and more cool stuff than the player's handbook. If I'm not mistaken, it has everything in the player's handbook, but more.
What was that?
Comprehensive equipment manual.
Do you have it? Is it in the
modules? If
modules?
Found
you
it.
don't have it open already. Yep. And then you can
cool.
find everything under items. You would just type it in under campaign
Nice.
and items.
All right, I'll definitely give it a look here.
How are we supposed to find the comprehensive manual thingamadoo?
Go to library and modules, and then activation. I found it on the 4th page.
You can also just type in comp and hit return. It'll be the only thing that comes up.
That works too. Fair enough.
So like this, let me show you the quick.
Okay, and then once it's up, how do I access it again?
Items. So this
Where the heck
is
items
under campaign.
Oh, there it is. I didn't have campaign open.
It's the bag. So, for example, silk rope says in player's handbook, rope made of silk has 2 hit points. It can be burst with a DC 17 strength check, 50 feet in this coil. This is what's in the comprehensive equipment manual for silk rope. So it just has a lot more details, a lot more things you can do, and there's a lot more choices. It has. So I like it. You don't have to use it if you don't want to. It's just flavor. All right, so getting back, ladies, as gentlemen, you're doing your shopping. Ladies, what did you all decide to do?
Bath and a massage.
So took a bath and a massage.
All right.
All right, very nice. So that could easily take an hour.
Mhm.
So we'll call it 11:30. So as everybody else, anything else you want to do before noon, as you guys are coming to your place? All right. So
No, I don't think so. Not yet. Mhm.
okay. And I will say there will more than likely be enough time afterwards as well. So
Mhm.
K3 and Genesis, if there's things you wanted to buy as well, just Acme things, ammunition or regular stuff. You just don't have it will be the flat price of the PHB or comprehensive manual. All right, so you cannot change the dimensions, but what S section double D. Let me pull up where you guys are. What do you want the wall of your house or place to look like, and what do you want to call it? I just threw hideout out there just to be funny.
I mean, at this point, we've already started calling it that.
Well,
The mouth.
I
There it is. That's what I was looking
Bronze
for.
bite.
Section.
Sorry.
Could be Bronze Home with an
yeah.
HOLM to be fancy. It can be the headquarters. It could be
Bronze Manor.
K3 and the rest.
Kid Three's Club.
To be fair, Kithri would not like that.
Which is why we're talking about it.
She goes from silent and almost like, I want to say, I don't know the right word, but she's just like suddenly like glaring, like, no, we're not doing that.
It is 258. If you didn't.
Excuse me. Pardon me. Oh, heavens.
All right. So what do you guys want? Wood or stone?
Stone.
Stone.
Let
Sounds
me
fancy.
see if this works.
Oh.
Shrink it down. There we go. All right, so now I can see it on thing. Okay, and I'm sorry. What did you guys say?
Stone.
Stone.
Everybody wants stone. Do you
Seems
want?
like it.
Okay, give me just a second. Let me throw this out. There it is. All right, so you have thick stone walls. You have thin stone walls. Actually, this would be. Hold on. Looks something like that. The thick ones would have. This is your doorway.
Mhm.
So you can zoom in, see your windows, or you can have brown. So if you'd rather have brown, oops, hold on, Control Z. And you can also have
It's from Forgotten Realms.
worked stone.
So
You
far, I'm
can
liking the
also
image
have
of the thick.
the white stone. So those are your choices. What kind of stone do you want?
I'm personally liking the more brick, thicker stone walls. These ones over here.
I like the orange looking one, but it looks more like a retaining wall than like a building wall.
So let's. What is this? This is.
I mean, guys, we go for something in between the two, and suddenly our house matches the background behind our characters in the portrait.
It's fine.
I mean, hey, where do you think we got and took it? That's actually kind of fun. Go.
All right. So what do you guys like?
Oh, that's in the Curse of Strahd. Goodness, I'd forgotten
I'm
where
still
these
kind of
things
liking
were.
this. This is my vote.
Yeah, the one that Nick is pointing at is fine. I don't want to make decisions, so.
Decisions suck.
All right. So
I'm
now
good with either one of them, yeah.
what kind of floor do you want? Stone, wood?
Wood?
Thinking wood floor.
All right. So let me go click.
The Forgotten Realms.
Kind of fun to do.
Oh well.
All right. So we have that kind. You have that kind.
I kind of like that one. Sorry, keep going.
No problem at all. Keep talking. I'm just trying to I was shifted gears for a second. All right, so I got. Here,
You
let me
just keep
do
pushing
this.
all these maps, and I can't get to my screen.
Do that. So that way you don't have grid
Items.
screwing it up.
Which one were you thinking, Samantha?
Keeps on
Back on
putting
it.
them out.
Almost done.
Let me.
Control.
Oh,
Lots of wood
I will
floor to
say
pick
it
from.
once he's
And
done.
then
Yeah.
some more darker ones. And then there's just variations on that. There's like 4 of these type of kinds. All right, so that is pretty much, that is everything.
All right.
I like these two the most.
Yeah, I same. I like those two probably the most as well. Gimbal Kithri.
I think I prefer the darker one.
Okay, and do you want
Can we get like a stretch of wall next to those to see how it looks with the stone walls that we chose?
Yep.
Actually, that's probably a good idea.
Question is, do you here, let me do this first. Okay. Okay, do that and go to all right, so that should work. Let's fingers crossed. Why is it so big? Give me just a moment here.
Mm.
Go back to my grid and
Oop.
see what my grid's doing. Oh, that's why, because I'm way zoomed in. All right. I can also bring down the, oh, that's why the grid changed. Okay, hold on a second, guys.
All right.
There
Wow,
we go.
everything seems a lot bigger now.
One. There.
God, those walls are like 10 feet thick.
Yep.
Yeah, the walls are 5 feet thick. In this,
All right.
the ones you guys picked. There's also,
Mm-hmm.
you can also do stuff like, let me go, boink. No. And then you want to look at the other.
Possibly see how the other floor also looks with the walls.
It was this one, okay? Boom. Now I can also change the size of, here, let me change that down to this. Damn it, Jim. So what are you thinking?
Personally, I'm kind of thinking the dark wood.
Yeah, the dark wood.
Okay.
And there's that kind as well.
All right.
Let me go here.
Got
Let
little
me do
polka
this.
dots.
Let me do this. There we go. Yeah, magic items are not going to be in the comprehensive books or the PHB. Magic items are in like Dungeon Master's Guild and Dungeon Master's Guide and stuff like that.
It's not in the DMG. These aren't in the DMG, but yeah, you're right. No, there was never anything for warlocks in the early stuff because they didn't have them.
There's Rod of the Pack Keeper is pretty much the only one I know of off the top of my head.
Yeah, and that was not in the DMG. I don't think it's in the Forgotten Realms. Or Pack Keeper is actually, I think, in
That was in the DMG.
Curse of
There's a
Strahd.
couple.
Excuse me.
Good with this top one then? That's what we decided on?
Yes, with the dark wood.
Okay.
Yeah, the one on the left.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you guys get to in. You guys are handed keys. Each of you have your own key. You all are asked to sign. And there are
All right.
spaces for all four of you to sign. And then it's just a simple deed stating that it was. You see that the value of it. It is valued at 15,000 gold.
Shit.
Oh, wow. Nice.
You will have taxes due at, and it's up to you whether or not you want to pay them annually or divide it quarterly or things like that. They are due at the middle of the first month.
So, wait, which month is it again? As I check the calendar, is the second moon. Okay, so we got a bit.
Yes, you're in the second moon. You have 10 months before you have to worry about it.
Nice.
I mean,
All right.
honestly, depending on how much the taxes are, I mean, can we pay early or like
Yes,
have like
that's what they said.
yeah.
You can pay anytime you want. Like I said, a lot of people will pay it monthly or quarterly. They'll divide it up and pay it that way as well. Many businesses and or homeowners will do that.
All right.
All right. And are you good with the walls looking like that? Do you want? They can be a little bit smaller if you want them to be. Right now they're 5 by 5, or 5 feet wide.
Can't see it at the moment, but it was looking good when you were last had up.
Here, I'll just bring it down a little bit, and let's see. Oops. That's right. Come on. There it is. And then it is almost square. 1, 2, 3, and you guys open up the doors, and you see that it is pretty much an open floor plan. There are just small 2 sections, one on either side, or you can have it be right in the middle or divided by a wall, wherever you want your bath/showers for be. All right. But it's pretty much just a, what the heck is that called? A studio, 80 by 80 studio.
It's a very large studio.
So you guys can do. You have full. It is now owned by you completely. You do share a wall with a Shirley's restaurant. You guys have actually been there before. It's very high quality. The meals are anywhere from 2 to 10 gold each per meal.
Hmm.
I think Gimbal went there with somebody else for some reason, but yeah.
Mhm.
Is that the place that the guy ran out, like freaking out?
No, that was
That was a different place.
way on the
Okay.
other side of town. Oops, let me move this up. But we can sit down. If you guys, I'm willing. It's pretty much up to you guys at this point. If you want, I can just fill it in. If you'd rather each have, like, I can divide it into 4, and you can each have your own little section and build it the way you want. Whatever you guys want to do, you can also build up, or you can build down. So if you want to have a basement, if you want to have a library on your roof, or you want to add a second floor to it, you can do pretty much anything you want to at this point. Right now, you have virtually no expenses.
Mhm.
Right? We're just hoarding money. They're like, if we give these people a house, maybe they will put some of that gold back into the economy.
um,
Or, like I said, if you'd rather not go through all the decision process, I'll just put doors, separate rooms, um, hallways, kitchen, all that type of stuff. I'll build it out for you guys. It's totally up to you.
I
mean,
think I'll
honestly,
need some time to think, and then I'll give you ideas.
yeah, I do kind of trust Sven, but I think that like having our own rooms would be nice.
Okay,
So
so what
Jen
I
can
can do
have
is I
like
can build out the common areas, like a living room
Mhm.
area, sitting room,
I would
den,
like one
kitchen.
of the living areas to have a nice bar.
Okay.
he's got like a
Of
little
course
man
you would.
cave.
Yeah, like a hosting bar. You know,
Okay.
one that he can store some alcohol in, and then if we have guests over, he can be a bartender for them. But it's just a nice bar in one of the living areas or common spaces.
And we should probably
I
have
mean,
some sort of a place that is for meeting with prospective clients or whatever.
True.
It looks respectable.
A dining
You
hall
have,
or a
like,
study area,
foyer or something.
Sure. Either, any of the above.
a
Complete with
drawing room or whatever it's called.
receptionist.
A sunroom. Yeah, whatever it is.
All right. Yeah, I'll probably think on some ideas to add, and I will let you know, Sven.
Okay. All right. So,
I think Jen will encourage us to splurge so that we have nice beds, though. So that when we are in the city, we can sleep very well.
Nice beds are
excellent.
nice.
You can
Yeah.
also hire staff if you want
Mhm.
someone to run the house, or a cook, or a masseuse, driver. I mean, you can have any kind of staff that you want. There are plenty of people who are willing to work for respectable wage, which is average of gold a day, depending on what they're
Huh?
doing. So,
Yeah. Yeah, might be nice to have someone to like dust and keep the house.
Yeah, like a
nice.
groundskeeper or
Yeah,
something.
a butler. I don't know.
Yeah, once we're off and running again.
Yeah, we could be gone for a very long time. Could get dusty. Neighbors might complain about weeds.
Right? We get the HOA, like, knocking at our door and we ain't there.
so if you want to look at the map, I don't know if anybody,
Mhm.
if you guys, let's see, here it is. So here's, if you
Oh,
close,
me.
if you closed it, here it is. So
Nice.
you are 258. As I said, 257 is the restaurant. Did you guys want to know what any of these other numbers are?
Yeah, actually, it
Yeah.
would be nice to know generally what's around. If they're mostly private homes or businesses or something like that.
Tusk's
All
like,
right.
I don't need to have a bar in the house if there's one down the street.
No. He still needs a bar in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. He does.
All right, Kithri, is there anything particular you're looking at?
No, not really.
Okay, so
I
Kendrick,
do
is there
see.
any numbers you're curious about?
Mhm.
No.
I actually am interested to see what 261 is because I notice it's the one that like multi-story building.
Correct. That is Birdland Pet
Oh,
Store.
man.
Nice.
Oh,
A bird pet store. Nice.
So the row to your left, or to the, actually no, it's upside down. The row to the east, starting with 202, that's a pillow maker. 201 is a chair maker. 200 is a Fletch. They make bows, not as in what you put on your hair, nor is it what you wrap a present with. They are what you shoot.
Uh,
And 199 is cartography, and 198 is a house, it's private residence. 251 is a maker of awnings. 252 is an architect. 53 is a tanner. Lovely scents rising from his shop. 254 is a private residence, and 255 is the Dirty Glass Tavern, which I think you guys have been in before. 56 is I'm sorry, I misspoke. 256 is the expensive restaurant. The one across that you share the wall with is 257, which is Harley's Cafe. Which you guys have not been in before. And then 259 is a book rebinder. 60 is a messenger service. 62 is a wheel right. They make wheels.
Hmm.
263 is a private residence, and 64 and 5 is a Wainwright, fixing wagons and repairing wagons.
Oh, okay. So good to know. A lot of different trades. There is a tavern nearby,
A
Yes.
cafe next door.
a cafe next door, and a nice restaurant nearby.
So you can build a little window to open. Alright, and so the last thing is as Tusk and Gimbal step into the house, here is this. Let me give this to Gimbal and Tusk. Go ahead and give me a roll on that. Let's see if it'll work for you. As thanks to Honey Badger Sven, he says, "Hold on to your fingers, folks."
Oh no.
I went with error logs all over the place, but
Okay, so it's not. It doesn't. You guys don't have the tables open, so it wouldn't. Doesn't look like it's going to work for you guys. So go ahead and give me the /DIE
All right.
Space 1D 10,000 without a comma.
Boom.
That is awesome. Okay, I see. So Gimbals is interesting and Tusk. Okay, so let's look at.
Hopefully, it's not another
I don't
fingers
see
thing.
Gimbals being better than the one I rolled.
is that a module we should have? That chaos burst effect one? Just we can so that works next time.
Oh, I think
Let me
that's
take
one
a
he's
look and
made.
see. It's oh no, I did not go through 10,000. Hell no.
Oh, okay.
So you might be able to look in modules under type in net net, and it's a net librum of random magical effects. So if you just type in net space,
No.
I don't have it.
doesn't let you open it. Okay.
No.
All
No,
right, so
it's not even. Yeah, it's not listed.
4,074. So I really, let's see, this is Gimbals. That was Gimbals, yes. Ooh, that's interesting. All right. And then Tusk is 84. 36. Appreciate you guys staying late. Sorry, I just noticed that he had redeemed those here. Okay.
I mean, I'm still going through
All right. So
all
that's
the items, so
there are no so that doesn't come into play. So Tusk, we're going with your first one, which is okay. All right. So it specifically says swords. All right. So
I do have a sword. I have a great sword. It's a pretty good sword. I also have a short sword that I won't be keeping for long.
so all swords. There we go. I'll just type it out. Within 1 mile become dull.
That's tusks or gimbals?
That is tusks.
Okay. Oh.
So that includes, and I know how long it lasts, and that includes things like, I believe both Kith 3 and Genesis use swords.
Yeah, we have rapiers.
So I'm going to mark it in the calendar when that reverts. Okay.
Marking that on my weapons and our swords. I actually have exactly 2. I have a +1 short sword, and I have a silver greatsword, which I actually have used before.
Y'all, I'm looking through like the items and realizing there's so many poisons. There's so many. Holy
Yes,
heck.
All right, and so I'm making a note of what happens with Gimbal. Nothing apparently happens as he steps into
house.
the room. With either one of you, you sort of feel this, Pirates of the Caribbean, this woof, and this radiant, thing comes out of you, but you don't really know what it is or what just happened. Tusk, as this happens, like when the was it the I forget the name of the gold piece, but that when it hit the water in the first movie,
Yes.
and it just comes out.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, but I'm used to that. It happens all the time with my patron.
Yes, weird stuff happens. You're not sure exactly what it was.
Thus is
All right.
like immediately convinced that the house is in fact cursed.
All right, but the good thing is, you do not see any corpses of children. You do not see blood stains on the floor.
Immediately.
You do not see any undead or liches or beholders. None of
Giant
that.
rats.
None of that has come up yet. So
You don't see anything invisible. Wait a second.
you don't sense anything invisible, although you're just still standing in the doorway. So anyway,
Right.
so thanks guys for playing. I appreciate you. I know it was there's no combat tonight. I was waiting for certain things to happen, but you guys didn't do certain things to make anything trigger. So just a little bit of role playing. But now you guys are getting ready to take a rest, I would presume. Your house will be magically filled with stuff next time. And so next week is normal. It's the first of the month. But the week after that is when we'll have our our monthly campaign. Tomorrow night we've got the D&D in the Svenzone. Stop back by, check that out. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thank you guys for hanging out. Appreciate you redeeming your Sven points. Thanks to Claudia and Honey Badger Sven for coming by. Like, subscribe, whatever else you do. Enjoy the rest of your day. Say goodnight, guys.
Bye.
Night, guys.